So alhamdulillah guys, obviously today is a great day. We got the brother Mu'min. Brother, how you doing?
Alhamdulillah, everything is going well.
Brother Yusuf, how you been, bro?
I've been good.
He's been good. And for today, by the way, big thanks to Sheikh Uthman for coming onto our platform for the live stream. If you guys haven't watched it, then watch it. I urge you to watch it. And for today, yesterday, the Sheikh, obviously every Sunday in San Diego, he's in the park, have his stall and everything. 3 people came that are very controversial figures, right?
Yeah.
So David Wood, Sam Shamoun, and Anthony the Crook Rogers, right? So let's get into the debate. We'll react to the highlights of the debate, not the full debate, but nonetheless, there's a lot of important things that were discussed, right? And main about the sifat of Allah, the attributes of Allah, and then Sheikh was able to, even ask them about their whole fundamental belief in how Jesus was actually, do you literally believe God came out of the private part of a woman? So all these things were discussed, and let's get into the best bits of the highlight. Thank you guys so much. Hammer Time, the Crook. Look at their names. All of them came to debate Sheikh Uthman while he was fasting.
How you doing? Good.
Oh. You got your footage, you're gonna have our footage.
Whose footage?
Huh?
Whose footage?
David's recording, you're recording, right? You got
Who's
recorded?
Who's David?
David Wood?
Let me be the first to apologize for their tardiness.
Oh, it's all right.
So this guy's trying to make an entrance. Get his camera crew.
Feel free, it's all free.
That's right. Oh, Bilal Phillips.
You know Bilal Phillips?
I like his voice.
You like it? Yeah, it's got that deep voice.
Yeah.
How you doing? Good, good. Are we fisting or?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
All right, we good? Cool. How you doing?
Good to meet you.
COVID, I know it's got to be 6 feet.
Yeah, 6 feet. Yeah. So you guys Christians, I'm assuming?
You know who we are.
I don't know who you are. Why would you assume I know who you are? Are you famous?
Well, we showed up yesterday, and you guys here said that Sam said he was going to come by, and they're like, "Why you didn't come by earlier?"
You're Sam?
No, this is Sam. Come on, man. You know Sam.
I don't know Sam. Look, I don't know if you guys. No, my name is Uthman.
Osama Abdullah?
No, I don't know who that is.
He's joking. He's joking. We know who you are.
Oh, you know who I am?
Yeah, we saw a video.
Oh, you're just being funny.
Yeah.
I like that, Hasum.
He's not very good at it.
So you're Hasumu then?
No, I'm not a sumo wrestler.
You're not Hasumo?
No.
What's your name? Hasamu?
Yes, sir. Right. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to get to know who you are, bro. Why you all? Hey, Go ahead.
Calm down, yeah.
What? I just asked him.
I know, but you were acting like somebody was getting up at you. I think.
Oh no.
Good conversation.
Yeah, let's have it. So you are
David. I'm David.
David Wood.
Yeah.
Hammer Time.
What's that?
They call you Hammer Time, right?
Yeah, some people do.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's you.
You do know. Yeah, we're good.
No, somebody told me about you, so that's good to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Nice. You guys flew to San Diego?
Be a gangbanger down here in San Diego.
Oh man, you know
He
me.
was too. He was too.
You were?
What did they call you down
I don't know if I should be telling you, man. You were a gangbanger?
They called him Hammer Time. What did they call you?
They called me Shooter.
Shooter.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you were on the field then. I was called Crook.
Crook?
Yeah.
Were you a crook?
He was a car thief.
Oh. What gang were you from?
I lived up in Orange County, but also
What barrio?
ran around in Inglewood Mafia, those sorts of things.
Were you Blood, Crip, SA?
More of an essay type gang.
Nice. Cool.
But my background is Sicilian. You're Pakistani, right?
Yeah, I'm Pashtun, yeah.
So we're both guys sort of out of our own water in a sense, but we
I feel you.
swim in different.
Yeah. That's cool. What's your name?
My name's Anthony.
Anthony. Nice to meet you. So are you guys Christian then, or Catholics?
Yeah,
Are you?
I've seen one of your videos. You might have seen more, but I saw one video. It popped up. It was because you mentioned Christian Prince.
Okay.
And it's where you said you challenged him to a debate. You said
Yeah.
you debate anyone. So
Anyone.
So we decided. We know Christian Prince is not going to come down.
Okay.
He's not comfortable revealing his identity.
Why?
But
I mean, you're here. Nobody's. That's a good question for Christian Prince, right? That I mean, you guys are here. Anybody harming you? Anybody attacking you?
I don't think that's the. I mean, I don't know. I couldn't speak.
Is he like on a sex registry somewhere? Like, is there a problem with showing his face? I show my face. I don't have a
I
problem.
know a lot of
You're here.
that show their face, but
Right. So why would he be ashamed of showing his face?
I don't know. I don't know if that's the reason. Though.
What do you think the reason is? Scared maybe?
Maybe he's a professional business. I actually know some Muslims that are like this. A lot
Really?
of Muslims they just don't want to.
Muslim debaters or YouTube guys? I think they all show their face, right? I don't know.
I know quite a handful of people that just like to. This isn't. They're not interested in becoming public figures per se, but they do like to engage the discussion.
All right.
I'm sure in their own.
Good to see you back.
I'm sure in their own context they're known. How could you not? You know, if you engage people, then you're going to be known, at least in your context. But they don't.
Right, but I think
national attention.
I think every Muslim YouTube da'i shows their face. I don't know if any that don't, right? So I'm just wondering
Back
why.
in the day, for example, Yahya Snow.
I never heard of that name before in my life.
But I used to. I mean, I've been engaging people for at least 20 years.
Wow, man, you got experience.
Well, that's not my point. My point is just I know Muslims.
This is golden. The way he's acting and the way just his demeanor is. What do you think?
Yeah. The way he has his glasses on.
What do you think about this? What do you think about the shooter?
Really,
The Sheikh's the shooter and he's the
gang
crook.
banger, shooter, Crips, Bloods. I don't know what is going on, but it shows you. I like how he's treating them. You know, it's still they had a good, respectful greeting. He's respecting everybody. It's nice the way he's dealing with them.
And I love how the way he actually generally probably didn't even know who they are, right? So yeah.
Can you respond?
Yes.
You see how I listen to you respectfully without interrupting you? No, I do need to do that because no, we're not because you're already interrupting.
There you go again.
So the sifat of look at this. Your own friend is telling you be quiet, man.
He's
Listen.
begging you to hurry up.
No, he's not. He's telling you to be quiet.
I'm interested in the answer.
Thank you.
And then I want to hear a response.
Okay, so sifat are not things that make you more than one. This is your misunderstanding. Okay? When Allah is one, He's indivisible, absolutely one. His sifat is His. That does not make Him more than one. This is your misunderstanding. If you had studied Aqidah, and if you like to, we have durus, you can learn them, you would have known that the sifat of Allah are unique to Him and are only His and are part of Him. They are not divisible. Having sifat does not make you more than one. This is your misunderstanding. Can I finish now?
Oh, are you finished?
No, I'm not. If I was finished, then I wouldn't be talking anymore, right? Thank you. Now, if you look at any object in this worldly things, right? Like, I mean, I'm giving you just a worldly example, right? If you look at a tree, right? A tree is one. If a tree has leaves and fruits and all of that, that doesn't mean that the tree is more than one. Now, if the fruit breaks from the tree, it's no longer a part of the tree. Right? Now it's no longer a characteristic of the tree itself. Understand? Allah is one, He has sifat, but that does not make Him more than one.
Just a common, one more example I like to give is like, if you're, let's say there's a man, right? And we'll say that man is kind. We're not going to say that man is one and his kind nature is another thing. That's what he's trying to say, you know, like it's not, if someone dies, you're not going to say his good nature fast, or you're gonna say, for example, Mike has died. Yeah.
Just when he brings it.
So this is just the understanding we want to have as a base. Now, my question to you guys, if you don't mind, is: do you believe God is one in the sense that He can become two and come back together, and would He still be the same?
So this is why I do this. This is why I clarify this.
All right, good.
You have described Allah as one, although that does not preclude that He has sifat, attributes.
Which would not take away.
Christians have classically made the same claim.
Okay.
Okay. I don't think a lot of Muslims know that this is the Christian view. So that, for example, at least with respect to the attributes of God, I mean, I think we go a bit further though. But when it comes to the persons of the Trinity, your description of attributes,
come.
Your description of sifat.
Come, man. You look like you're bored, man. Come here. You're looking around, looking at.
Your description of sifat.
You got 3 guys.
Assuming I'm understanding you correctly, and I'm granting there's a possibility there's a.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I know, he's pointing for the camera.
It's not 3 of you here? Can you not count? Or is it one of you guys? I'm trying to understand. Go ahead.
So when Christians speak of God as triune, we don't think of the persons as divisible. There's a hypostatic distinction. Now, if you're familiar with Islamic kalam, you know that when Muslims classically have spoken of Allah's attributes, they've referred to them as hypostasis. They've given them hypostatic status. That's all Christians have ever said when it comes to the persons of the Trinity. So that for Christians, the persons of the Trinity are not divisible. We don't believe in multiple gods. We're not polytheists. We believe that all persons of the Trinity co-inhere in the one divine essence, just like you would say that multiple attributes co-inhere in one being. Now, I do think, though, there's a fundamental distinction between the Christian view and the Muslim view, which is there does seem to me, in some Islamic thought at least, and you could tell me this is not your view, there seems to be a radical bifurcation between Allah and his attributes. So, for example, I'll just give you an example, and you can tell me what you think of that. Some Muslims I talk to will tell me that Allah himself cannot be present in his creation, but his attributes can. The attribute of seeing, for example. So that's just.
Let me. Do you want me to answer you?
Yes.
See how
that's where we're at, and that's where.
Do you see how I respectfully, even though I had a lot to say, I just stayed quiet and listened to you? Did you see that?
Yeah.
Just a quick touch-up point. That's not true because he's saying that the Trinity, all the persons are one, but that's not possible because in Christian creed, the Father is not the Son is not the Father, and the Holy Spirit is not either of them.
3 separate beings.
Yes. So, and this is not possible to be one because clearly the one has a higher authority than the other two.
Yes.
It says it says in John, I forgot which John verse, but it's definitely in John where it says about that day, referring to the day of judgment. No one knows, not the Son, not the angels in heaven, not the Spirit, but only the Father knows. So how can these three be one, but yet one is superior than the other one? Because it also says that in John 17:3, Jesus said that I'm going to my God and your God. He says I'm going to your Father, my God and your God. So he's saying that he's saying that he has a God, right? He's saying I'm going to my God, and that you're gonna. And I know some Christians might say, "Oh, but that's his human nature." But remember, you're committing a heresy called Nestorianism, because the divine nature and the human nature are linked to one person, Jesus. So he has to be either speaking in both divine and human. He can't just be speaking one or the other. So it's clearly saying one God is saying to the other God, he's saying, my Lord. In another time in the Garden of Gethsemane, he's saying, Father, take this cup away from me. How can God be praying to God and saying, Father, take this cup away from me, referring to the crucifixion?
Yes. By the way, as a legend, he says,
then we Muslims are more Christian than the Christian themselves.
So he is still God, was in this belly of a woman and came out of the womb of a woman. God did.
God took on a human nature and was really born.
So your belief.
So take that to note. God really took down a human nature and he was really born. All right.
That one great creator came out of the womb, the vagina of a woman.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Have a nice day. Let me explain. Do you want me to answer him?
Well, yeah, you can answer him, but what I'm getting at is don't pretend that you refuted Christianity just because you rolled your eyes at it.
He didn't roll his eyes. It makes no sense.
So just a quick question. Sorry, not a quick question. Just a quick statement. This is actually another contradiction. It says in the Bible that God's nature does not change. So God cannot go from all-knowing to slightly knowing, because that's a complete change in nature. If God cannot become arrogant, for example, God cannot die. It's stuff like that. It'd be like, okay, can
It's
God?
like the question: Can God create a rock which he can't lift?
Yeah, like
the whole question is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
It's a flawed basis, because he's going against his own Bible, which says that God's nature does not change. And so if God, the all-knowing being, goes to partially knowing, that's no longer the eternal and divine nature of God that I had, because clearly it's demonstrated that Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, did not know the hour.
Yeah, he did not.
He said only the Father knows the hour.
If you logically think about it, why would God want to do this? Like, why would he, as superior as he is, want to go through a woman's womb and be born like this? Like, what logic is that? It makes no sense. What I'm
saying? So it's not even. It goes against the fitrah. That's what you were trying to say.
This is the historic Christian position, which your religion later came along and claimed that it was confirming and correcting at points of its departure, which you believe, from what was originally true. You don't refute Christianity by eye rolling. Surely you know that, right? What is your argument against that?
Okay. You want me to speak?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not here to refute Christianity. I'm not here to debate. I'm here to give da'wah. I am a da'i, not a debater. You misunderstood it. If you wanted to come and debate, you can come and debate. No problem. Let me explain this. When I said, thank you very much, that means in my mind, and anybody I think who has basic logic would not believe that the creator of the universe was born through the vagina of a woman. Right? That's me. That's my belief. If you believe that, I respect your right to believe that. To me, that doesn't make any sense. And let me finish. Take it easy, Crook. Take it easy. Stop jumping. Take it easy.
Shooter,
so thank you.
Shooting.
I'm shooting. Yeah. So here, to me, that makes absolutely no sense. To think that the creator of the universe was now, and he still is, even if he's in human form, because he said he still won, was the womb of a woman and came out of the vagina of a woman. This is the creator of the universe. To me, that doesn't make sense. To me, that's a human. That makes sense to you?
Is it my turn? Hold on.
It didn't.
So now it's my turn, right?
Go ahead.
Now let me just explain to you guys a critical issue.
Sure.
If anybody takes a basic class in logic, rhetoric, or anything like that, and I'm not saying you haven't. I think you're a smart guy. I'm not.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Anthony.
That's not even me being disingenuous. I think he's a smart guy, and I say that about people all the time. I think people can be smart that I disagree with.
Sure.
But you do know that there's a difference between making an assertion and making an argument.
Sure.
It's an assertion to say that doesn't make sense,
sure,
and to say that you think nobody who says that is even being logical or is logical or what have you.
Sure.
The vast majority of people on the planet happen to believe that or something along those lines. Yes, and I've heard you say things to that effect.
Vast majority? That would be more than 50%, you're saying.
No, but what I'm saying is...
I don't think Christians are more than 50% of the planet.
What I'm saying is, so first of all, in history, Christians have been a majority, but what I'm saying is there are other groups that would say things that you would think are analogous to that. Do you not?
Do you want me to answer? Okay, I'm just listening. See, like...
Okay. I would just like to say, like, in conclusion, the Trinity was not actually always part of the original things, because I'll tell you 3 different reasons why. For one, there was a soul evolution. First, it was just the Father and the Son, as Justin Martyr, which is an early church father, said. He says that there's only 2 authorities in heaven, the Father and the Son. And then at the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, they started saying, no, it's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But even if you go before that, it was just the Father. Now, the Father in Jewish term, it's Abba. It's also in Hebrew, also the word for Father is Abba. It's just like a Jewish understanding term of God. It's not as in like a literal or biological father. So to correct some errors, the Quran just uses the word Lord, Rabb, instead of Ab, because that was just a term that they knew, so it was fine in their time, but not like our time. Yeah. The second point is we can't trust the New Testament because it's in Greek. Isa alayhi salam, Jesus peace be upon him, did not speak Greek.
Yes.
He spoke Aramaic.
Yes.
And so Greek and Aramaic are 2 different completely languages apart. It's like English and Chinese. It cannot even be it cannot even be compared. Yeah. And the same, and problem number 3, it's the same problem with transmission. Like the earliest gospels we have today are 4th century, the complete manuscripts. Some might argue, we have the Peshitta, which is actually the Syriac Bible or the Aramaic Bible, but that was 5th century, which is even worse. So it came 400 to 500 years after Isa, right? So once again, for the first 400 years, we have no complete manuscripts.
And that's a very valid point, man, which you raised up. And even the Sheikh, mashallah, he held his ground, and he was very respectful. That's what I love, because sometimes, dealing with certain type of people, which are very staunch, it may lead you to get emotional and everything. So how do you think the Sheikh performed, and he did?
Yeah, I think he did really well. He held his own, and he was just speaking. Everything that he spoke was just truly knowledge. Like you could hear it, it's just logical and it makes sense. You could tell that he was not lying, trying to be aggressive or anything. He handled it in a pretty excellent manner. I don't think he could have did much better.
And even these guys, right, David Wood and Anthony Rogers and Sam Shamoun. I mean, I feel like these guys have said a really, I personally believe they said a lot of atrocious things, and they lied a lot of the times. But in this instance, one thing I'll say is I'm kind of glad they did not. They were here, they listened, they were civilized, And Sam Shamoun, what do you think about Sam Shamoun, bro? He ran away. What do you think about that?
No, in all honesty, I think this is actually a pretty good debate. No one was yelling at each other. like and like say on YouTube, you know, like David Wood is known for you know making like these like,
vulgar claims,
vulgar points, but like I really like this debate because no one was yelling over each other, and each side gave like you know like other side time to talk and speak.
Yeah, exactly.
So I did.
Sorry.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, like this was a much better debate to me than like say like just yelling at the other person.
Exactly. We just pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you know, like all the brothers in one message down in San Diego. May Allah bless all the brothers because, you know, it's definitely hard work doing all these things. Every Sunday they put up a stall in the park, San Diego Park, and they got their dawah stall. And this is San Diego, bro, Cali. You know, so much respect to all these brothers every Sunday because the Sheikh, he also has a job. Like, he does not do this full time. He works as a, consultant. And he takes out time out of his busy schedule to even do these things, you know, and to go out of his way to do these things, you know. So may Allah keep him firm and, you know, and bless them all, you know, all the brothers. So Jazakallah khair, guys. Hopefully, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. And take care, guys. And Assalamu alaikum.